DJ Double.
It's DJ Double here, and today on the line, I've got a real legend in the business, man, like Wyclef. How are you, sir?
Hey, someone please call 911. Yeah, what's good, London?
How are you, man? You good?
You already know, fam, it's good. Feel good to be back. You already know, man. Shout out to all my people in London. You already know the movement, man. I've been coming to London since the days of Brixton Academy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's funny that I'm talking to you this month as well, because it's November and all.
That's right, baby. Going to November, baby. It's November. We back.
It's Wyclef month. Now, this interview is quite special for me because the album The Score was effectively a soundtrack to my youth. I used to skate to that. I used to do my homework to that. I used to listen to that on a regular basis, man. And it's obviously 20 years this year since the album was released.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? And then The Score, I did that in my uncle's basement. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, we was up in the hood in Jersey. And I always tell kids, you can always be something. You know, don't let nobody tell you can't be none. Because The Score is like the biggest hip-hop, album. Like, one of the biggest hip-hop selling albums in history. And that was basically done inside of a basement. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So at that time, we didn't have a lot of equipment. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like we buy a lot of small equipment. And, I was like the King Tubby of the basement, the mad scientist. And we just make it work still,
Yeah, man. How does it feel to be going 20 years strong and you're still putting out good music now?
Well, I mean, for me, I grew up like watching Michael Jackson, you know what I mean? Like men like Lionel Richie, Whitney Houston, Santana. And when we decided that we was going to do music, you feel me? So some of my family, some of them are doing time in prison, some of them get deported.
Right.
Some of them been shot in the streets.
Yeah.
So the idea that I can escape that cycle and be part of something, I knew that I wanted to be part of something for a very long time. And in order to do that, you have to be producing and you have to be writing reality. Because that's the only thing that that's the only thing that can last when it comes to the youth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, relatable music. Now, do you know off the top of your head, I don't have the answer to this, so I'm actually just asking out of curiosity. Do you know how many records you've sold in the last 20 years?
Yeah, no, definitely. So the analytics go like this. So it's not how many records you sell, but how many records you make people sell, right? So that's the key to the longevity.
Yeah.
So the Fuji is probably now going on 3 times diamond. You feel me?
Right.
After that, I bust Destiny Child. You know what I mean? So Beyonce, the group, I'm the first one that gives them the hit in America.
Yeah.
So then that gave me the launch when I did Santana, Carlos Santana, that did diamond. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Shakira, Hips Don't Lie, the biggest selling single in history. So when you put all the analytics together, that's like 100 million records. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Combining my album, The Carnival, Eclectic, and all of that. You know what I mean?
Mate,
so when I sit back,
I've got to give you I'm sorry to cut you off. I've got to give you a standing ovation, man. 100 million records.
Yeah, man. Collectively, with all the work we've done together, you know what I mean? A little boy from the island of Haiti, still right close to Jamaica.
Wow, that's incredible. Oh, man, I'm blown away. That is amazing. Now, the first time we met, it was in a Hip Hop for Haiti event in New York, actually, back in 2012.
Yeah.
There was an event. You brought some guys out on stage, and it was an incredible event, man. So before we talk about your current music and what you're doing right now, I just want to briefly touch on the stuff that's happening in Haiti right now. Because over here in Europe, the fact that it's been hit with a hurricane and things are kind of bad over there, it's not really being covered in the media very well at all. So I just wanted to ask if you had any involvement in like the relief efforts in Haiti this time round, and how people can get involved if you are.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, everyone that's listening, the most important thing I want London to know, and I want you to hear it from my mouth, because a lot of things was written when I started my yearly foundation. I want all of y'all to listen to me closely. Everybody that wrote certain things negative in the paper, Wyclef Jean has never and will ever use his country to make profit. That's the first thing I wanted to say. It's very important that the youth understand that. I feel my organization was infiltrated the same way they infiltrated the Marcus Garvey organization.
Right.
But the difference with me is that we kept on going, and I actually tried to run to become president of my country, of Haiti, you know? And the reason that I did that, because I didn't have to step up and did that, I stepped up because 80% of the youth in my country and the population is living on less than $1 a day.
Wow.
So at the end of the day, I stepped up because I felt like when we had an earthquake, there was going to be corporate interest coming in. And when corporate interest come into my country, I wanted to be in a position to negotiate for the youth. So that did not happen. This time around again, we have been hit with a hurricane. And the hurricane has taken a lot of the South out. So right now I'm working in conjunction with Facebook and different NGOs that I feel as Wyclef Jean are going to do the work, and the money and the clothes and the food are going to get to the people on the ground. So there's a song that we have which is called Lady Haiti.
Right.
So right now I'm figuring it out with Facebook. So this song, when you hear it, Lady Haiti, you're going to click on the song, and when you click on this song, you're going to see the different foundations that are doing work. Click on the foundations, and the ones that you feel like you could relate to, that's where the money is going. So not only are you going to click on the song, you're going to be able to look at the links to see what the foundations are doing real time. You know what I mean? Definitely.
So, you mentioned that you were interested in running for president of Haiti, which brings us nicely towards the new music that you've been putting out this year, towards the new EP. If I was president. Now,
you already know, if I was president, heavy.
It's a very interesting video you had there for the song. What's the actual message behind the song, If I Was President?
Well, I said if I was president, I'd get elected on Friday, assassinated on Saturday, buried on Sunday. They go back to work on Monday, act like nothing happened. So my brother, the message for me is real simple. We in the world have to go back to truth and love, right? And in order to do that, one side can't blame the other side, right? That means that until we put all of the truth out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we have to put all the truth out, because one side can't be like, yo, you know, I'm the best side, you know what I'm saying? And then when something happened on another side, we blame it the other side. So we have to go back to that universal love and that universal peace. And in order for that to happen, the world has to have a conversation of truth, a dialogue of truth. Nelson Mandela, that I got a chance to meet, that I got a chance to shake his hand, that I got a chance to have one-on-one with him. The thing that I remember about Nelson Mandela the most is after Nelson gets out of prison, right? Nelson becomes the president. One of the programs that he did was like putting people together.
Yeah.
Like, you could have somebody that kills somebody in your family. Now you have to sit and look at the person in the face. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this dialogue brings healing. So the idea of, like, if I was president, I'm just saying at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, why are we taking it to a level where everything has to be about war? What happened to the love? What happened to the peace? And in order to get back there, we have to do it right. So in the video, I imitate Arlen Munn. So I play Bernie Sanders, I play Crazy Trump, I play Hillary, I play everybody, and I'm making fun of everybody at the same time, you know what I mean? But there's still a seriousness to it. The seriousness to it is like, we have to get back to that universal love, and in order to do that, we gotta find truth, man, real truth, man.
Positive message, bro. A very positive message.
Real talking. Y'all know I ain't just talking that message. Y'all already know.
Of course, man. Absolutely. So, another record that's just dropped is the new one with Young Thug.
Yeah. No, the video, I'm just in Milwaukee, but the video we shot in California.
Right.
And then we're going to shoot the second part in St. Martin.
Okay.
So the way that me and Young Thugga hooked up was he was doing a mixtape. And the mixtape is called Jeffrey.
Mm-hmm.
And on the mixtape, he got like 5 or 6 people that influenced him the most musically and just about, inspire him. So one of his records on the Jeffrey mixtape is called Wyclef Jump.
Yeah, absolutely.
So basically, we got together, and when I was in the studio, he was like, "Yo, Clef, I just learned how to do trap like recently, but let me play you how you inspired me." And he started to play all these records with guitars and 808s, So then when we heard that, then my CEO of my label, Heads Music, we had a record called I Swear with the whole Caribbean vibe, because I was trying to figure out what would be the entry, And so when you hear I Swear, man, you've never heard Thugga like this, you know what I mean? So I think like it's the best combination of like when you put 2 generations together, that's the energy you're gonna get. I swear, so get ready to dance.
Yeah, it's heavy, man. We've already been spinning it on the station, and I agree with you. Like from what we get from Young Thug, you definitely brought a different side of him out, and the whole Caribbean flavor of the song works, man.
Job, though, man.
Yeah,
and that's our job. So sometimes I feel like when legends or so-called living legends, whatever, when they trying to come back, they make a big mistake.
Yeah.
The mistake that they make is that they try to chase what the youth is doing. You see what I'm saying? So if Thugga's looking up to me, he got a copy of the score, he got different. So when he hook up with Clef, he's trying to get something different from Clef.
Yeah.
The same way Clef is trying to get something different from Thugga.
Right.
So I always say, in order to move forward within the generation, you have to always embrace the youth, but they respect you because of what you naturally do. You see?
Of course, man, of course. I read a headline the other day. Now, I didn't have the chance to actually delve into the article, so I'm not sure on the context of this quote. But the headline that I read, it said that you were comparing Young Thug to Tupac. So I just wanted to hear your side of that and effectively what you said. I'd like to I'm interested to know the comparison there.
Yeah, first of all, for everybody that read that small headline and started blowing up my timeline, my Twitter timeline. yo, the youth, them money, yo, Clef, yo, I'm to you, man, yo, you can't compare. I said, did you read the entire article? So, for everyone who's listening, this is what I meant. First of all, I knew Tupac, meaning like I spent time with Tupac.
Yeah.
I know the man.
Yeah.
I spent time with Thugga. My comparison was this. I was nowhere making a music comparison because 2 different generations, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like my nephews that are like 13, 14, they know Thugga. You see what I'm saying to you? My generation would know Pac. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So meeting both men, the comparison was like this. First, I was talking about the work ethics. Both men remind me of the same as far as the work ethics. Thugga, every 3 hours, it don't matter what country he's in a different studio. He's constantly working. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If something was to happen, he would have 10,000 records right now, Thugga records, even if he wasn't on this earth. You see what I'm saying? That's the first comparison. The second thing was I was making a history comparison. When I met Thugga, his shirt say hate. His tattoo on his chest says Haiti, right? His daughter named Haiti. His project named Haiti. So when I'm like, yo, what's going on with this? For him to understand that Haiti is the first black republic in 1804 getting its independence, that just let me know that his level of history, same way when I met Pac and we was talking about the Black Panther and his movement.
Right,
what I'm saying to you? And on the side of history that he looked at it. So in my comparison, I was comparing both men in the sense of their work ethic and their knowledge about the part of history that they wanted to learn.
Right.
Now, some people on my timeline also said this, which was interesting, said, Clef, but did you hear the remark that Thugga made about so it was Ferguson and it was a combination, it was Mike Brown, right? If he's really a revolutionary, then why didn't he comment on this? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I conversation with Thugga. You didn't comment on this. You know, what's up? You know what he said to me? He said, Clef, at the end of the day, everybody who's talking, they're talking. And I'm really about what I'm doing. And the reason why I focus on my music is at the end of the day, coming from the projects, understanding where I come from. At the end of the day, anyone who's talking, I got to really see that they really about it. Not just within the conversation. So he said he don't want to get caught in some hype celebrity talk versus action. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So once again, there's always two sides to a story. So I hope I help clarify a lot of those people that was blowing up my timeline. You know what I mean?
Hopefully they'll leave you alone now, man. So
now they can talk to me. You already know. You already know. Shot that's for life, man.
So is it the Jovert? How do you pronounce the name of the new EP?
Oh, the new EP is gonna be called Juve, right?
Yeah.
So in Brooklyn, Juve is like the day before the carnival. You know what I mean?
Got
So
you.
you know how like in London you have like Notting Hill Carnival. You know what I mean? So similar to that. So in Brooklyn, the day before the carnival launch, you have Juve. So Juve is the night where the whole party goes on.
Right.
So this EP is very Caribbean inspired.
Okay.
So that's like me taking you to Brooklyn the night before the carnival.
Right.
You know
Got
what I'm
you.
saying to you?
Yeah. So that's what we can expect from the EP then, a very Caribbean, very party flavor, right?
Definitely, it's a very Caribbean, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, Juve is in Brooklyn. So even though we celebrate, it's still dangerous. So the very last song on Juve is called Hendrix.
Right.
That's a song with that acoustic trap vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The majority of the EP is very Caribbean, festive, inspired.
Right, got you. So January 27 is the launch date, is the release date for that, sorry. Are we going to get another single between now and then?
Yeah, definitely. Right now, we focus on the I Swear, getting that video right, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to get the #2 single. And then the full-length album comes out in June, you know what I mean?
Right,
so
got
look
you.
out for the full-length album, The Carnival. Look out in June. And listen, I'm not going to be on London radio without shouting out my little brothers, Fuse,
Fuse.
Heavy Brethren.
Yeah.
It was my family. And big shout out to Gorgon City. You already know. Family vibes all day. Sound systems all day.
Yeah, big ups Fuse and shouts to Gorgon City, man. Most definitely. My last question to you. DJ Khaled and Nas dropped the record Nas album Done. And they obviously sampled the very, very classic Fuji La.
Yeah. Well, me and DJ Khaled, I mean, that's my brother. You know what I mean? You can go back 20 years, see us in the movie, shot us together. You feel me? So my brother called me and said, look, I'm doing this record and we're sampling Fuji La. That's my brother. So, it's not much talk about that. You know what I mean? Because we always want my brother to win 100%. So I did my part, make sure that I cleared my end of it. Lauren did her part, cleared, Prize cleared.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when it comes to Khalid and it comes to Nas, that's like family vibes. You could go online, see me appearing in the Nas show, Lauren, If I Rule the World, and then with Khalid, so it's just unity and strength. But once again, it's an inspiration to see the youth taking something that we created 20 years in the basement and still sampling it, and it's so relevant to the time of today.
Yeah.
So I encourage all of the youth that are listening to this, do timeless music. You see what I'm saying? Always do timeless music, because that's what's going to make you last forever. You see me?
Incredible, man. Well, thank you for your time, Clef. I hope you enjoy the rest of your time out in Milwaukee. And then...
You already know nothing but love. And look out for the video. The video going to be crazy.
We're excited about it, bro. As soon as you touch down in the UK, make sure you come pay us a visit, right?
DJ Double, any boy, test double, that's this now. Hey.
There's a lot of honesty in your music. I mean, I've heard you've talked about being kicked out of school. You talk about the fact that your brother sold crack to your dad.
Yeah, crazy.
You talk about your mum being stabbed.
Yep.
Deeper breaths of me, cause real shit, cause you fucking pagan. Big up my G. It's been blessed. BDL. You get me? Epic stuff. Bang. Big up Double, man.
DJ Double.